Get it, Splug, get it.
All right, so Splug's going to follow up, and Splug's going to do a couple of long sword attacks if if he can actually hit. First attack. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's not how you do it, Splug.
Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm going to use my hero point, and I'm going to re-roll that.
Quit attacking the rocks, Splug.
Unbelievable. So now that's so I guess that's just a re-roll, so that would still be, a no penalty bonus. Ugh. All right, so that's a hit. Finally. What is the chance? What are the chances of that? That's not.
Depends on how you look at it. So that was his 3 rolls, but there's been a lot of other rolls in between. So
Splug takes the cockatrice out, and you guys are now out of combat.
Hey, Omi, give me one of them spoons.
Oh, okay. And I reach on my bandolier where I have about 30 of them and pull one out. Here you go.
You got to get them when they're fresh.
And I'll start kind of digging into the cockatrice.
All right, you go enjoy there, Amo. I guess it is a little bit cooked. Thank you, Zira.
You're welcome. Send me a leg.
I can see you picking up the wing that was severed from it and just.
Yeah, while we chew on this, we can search for the rats. Maybe get seconds.
Oh, that is too good. So yes, there is and in fact, as you guys are over here, as you're kind of peering around the corner, about right here, you can see that it has a nest, emu, and by its nest there is a calcified cow. Old Elsie the cow has been calcified by this cockatrice.
That sucks, because cow's good eating.
Right? So what say you, adventurers, as RC and his little sister come back over? He's like, wow, it sure did take you guys long enough to kill this thing.
I grab its head and I pointed at him and I'm
hey, does it turn you to stone if you look at it?
Ha ha! No, it doesn't.
Come here, let me scratch it with its claw.
Ugh. So RC and his sister run off as you start to torment him with the dead cockatrice corpse. Well, the carcass. So what say you, adventurers? Nest, Elsie the cow's been taken out, basically.
Maybe there's some eggs that'll go good with rat.
No more milk for the workers of the carnival.
Are you okay there, Amo? That looks like it looked like a nasty wound.
Yeah, my ear's bleeding pretty bad, I think.
Hey, Kang, can you do something about this?
I can. If he sits still, I'll walk over and I'm looking at this feat I have called Battle Medicine. So I'll be able to do a medicine check, but it doesn't take 10 minutes to do it. It's just one turn.
Okay.
Well, if we've got time, I won't use Battle Medicine. I'll just do a medicine check and try and treat wounds on them if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. You can do a. You got. Well, I think. You can administer. That's my hillbilly language kicking in. Manipulate. I'm sorry. You can do a manipulate action. 2 actions is administer first aid, and you can attempt a medicine check on a creature that's dying or bleed damage, or you can treat disease, treat poison, treat wounds. So this would basically be 10 minutes. And you guys are over here. You guys are kind of checking things out. As you're looking at the nest, there's a sort of like a long, axe handle sticking out of it. So you guys can take a breather, spend 10 minutes. So you can go ahead and do your DC 15 check now.
Are you going to be able to save my ear?
No, he doesn't save it. But let's see if Splug can assist you and try to see if he can do something.
No, Splug, don't amputate it. Let him try to fix it first.
Splug's even worse, yeah. So, no.
Let me try to help you. I'm kind of good at helping. I'll use a. I'll try to help you. I'll use the aid action to try to help you with your medicine check.
Oh, okay.
And I get
You
a
can-
+4 bonus on that from my cooperative nature feat.
Yeah,
You
it
can
was
use some of the earwax to
13.
help clot the wound.
Well, your check. You can assist him.
You can have a +2 bonus.
That still makes me fail because I rolled a 9. So I just rolled too. I rolled too quick. So yeah. So yes, there is. Like I said, there is like an axe handle that is sticking out of the nest.
All right. So Emu, he'll try his own medicine check, and
Oh man, you're gonna can you help me with this one here? Just hold this part of my ear right here. I've got this old technique.
and he like grabs a big glob of like earwax out of his right ear, and he uses it to smoosh up against the cut on his left ear, and then he picks his nose a little bit too. He's like,
You need extra sticky parts just to keep it all together so until it heals up. That's how goblins fix things.
So is it like the string of wax that you're pulling out? It just keeps
yeah,
going
but it
out?
just keeps going. It's like, yeah.
King is absolutely mortified.
You're successful.
All right.
with
So
your,
+2,
your check.
and then all right. So medicine check.
Ugh.
Yeah, you just
There you
gotta
go.
know how goblins work if you're gonna fix a goblin. If you need me to fix anytime you guys get scratched, let me know because I've got tricks up my sleeves.
Yeah, he basically just looks at Splug just looks at you and just kind of shakes his head like, why didn't you do this in the first place then?
Well, I don't want to end up like Splug and not be able to hear anything.
Yeah, right. So as you guys are all in the nest by this point, and Kang, you actually kick something that is in all of this hay. You know, a lot of the hay has been taken from the stables and stuff where you guys, the stables are right here with the other, horses, giraffes, elephants, stuff like that. So, but yeah, you kick something and when you look, it's a suit of armor, and it's just a regular suit of, man-sized splint mail.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's also the axe handle that was sticking up is a low-grade cold iron pick. But you know that cold iron does affect certain creatures differently, like demons and stuff like that.
I kind of look around at everybody. I'm like, I don't know what the Thunder Chicken was planning, but he's well equipped. Check this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a couple of valuables, that's for sure. And in fact, you also find 30 silver pieces in the mix as well.
Must be a shapeshifter that hates cows.
So if any of you guys want any of this stuff, there is some stuff in the party sheet for you. And we'll say that seeing that you guys do have several wagons, we'll just keep it in the party sheet and say that all of this stuff is in the wagons. So, but yeah, you guys have several items in there. And if you guys want to sell anything, we'll just, do it for downtime between sessions. And, it's basically 50% of the value of the splint mail. If you want the splint mail, feel free to take it. It's pretty much human size.
Hey, Splug, come here and help me with this real quick.
And he starts pushing on the cow, the stone cow.
You tip it, and then it shatters.
Huh, that's overrated.
Cow tipping. Have you guys ever done cow tipping before in like real life?
No.
Yes. Yes.
It's impossible. I mean, seriously. People say, "Oh, you do cow tipping there." There was a farm when I was a kid, and I was still living with my grandmother. There was this farm next door that had cows, chickens, and a huge watermelon field. And me and like 5 other kids, we went to try to tip this cow. And dude, we all ran it and hit it, and it didn't even budge. And
Cows
then
are big.
And then it turned around, and it had horns. And we got it out of there. Stupid stuff. All right, adventurers. So RC and his little sister go running off towards the campfire.
All right. So what does the medicine check actually do when you do the medicine? Does it actually heal any wounds, or just
Yeah, if you're successful, you get
stop bleeding, stabilize the temp?
It's towards the bottom.
I think it's 2d8 if I remember. Right. Let me check.
2d8 for a success, 48 for a
Yeah,
critical
for a crit.
success.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's a nice heal. That's a nice heal for a skill check.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Dang, nice.
Wow! Holy cow! Wow! And here I threw my sword twice. Unbelievable! Way to go, Splug. I mean, seriously. But I got the killing blow. It's all that matters. All right, adventurers. What say you?
So does anybody need this, want this splint mail?
No, Splug's heavy with. He's happy with his fur armor.
It looks
Not
too
me.
heavy for me.
It would help me out.
Yeah, if you want it, take it. Sure.
Take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Just let me know if you want me to draw a spoon on it or anything.
Yeah, if you get time.
All right, I'll do that.
Put it on the back of the armor, on the lower back. All right, adventure. So remember, you saw the tracks over there by the trees, by the tree line.
Well, let's go check out those tracks.
You've got other wagons you can check out. I'm going to put Splug on auto follow. I'm going to right click on your token and select follow. I'm just kidding. That's not a feature.
Okay, good. I don't see any rocks, so maybe Splug won't throw his weapon at it.
Yeah, it was... Man, what are the chances of that? I mean, seriously, that's just not good.
010's doing cartwheels. That's awesome.
I'm trying to... I think we're both trying to turn the token straight up at the same time, and it just keeps twirling it around. My bad on that. Oh, that's good. All right, so yeah, there's a trail, guys, that's leading back into the forest. It's a decently sized, heavily wooded area. Lots of underbrush, stuff like that. But the path definitely does lead deeper into the woods.
It's time to go stealth mode.
Yeah, so there we go. I'll kind of open this up for you as you guys start moving. Or if you decide to go somewhere else, like I said, you got other wagons you can check out also. Emu's casting being stealthy. I love it.
Ooh.
I love it.
I can play the Spoon Song of Silence for you if you want. There, Emu.
That's the best song ever. Makes me extra stealthy.
Doesn't Omi have some gimmick for everything? Holy cow.
At level 2, I get Inspire Competence, but right now I have to rely on regular skills. But I'll give Emu some advice on sneaking. Maybe give him a bonus.
I like that. Looks like you guys are slinking into the woods a little bit further.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try not to step on that stick. That's a good one. Thanks.
All right, so I rolled a 1.
Yeah, you're every time you're doing your stealthy your being stealthy skill, you're just breaking twigs and branches.
I'm talking back to Omi. I'm like, yeah, look, see, I didn't step on that stick at all, and then I got to step on like the big dry leaves behind me as I walk backwards. Like,
Yeah, so don't step on this one or that one.
and I'm like narrating what I'm doing.
Yeah, you really want to walk on the balls of your feet.
And I'm just carrying on this whole conversation while I'm walking.
Yeah, as you're just making so much noise. I love it.
Oh shoot! Inside voices, everybody.
So why don't
Come
you give me as you're trekking through the woods, Emu? Why don't you give me a perception check? Very nice. Holy cow! You needed a 20. So just before you take that final step into the box of where you were,
Oh, okay.
you notice that there is a small tripwire.
So yeah, you're gonna not step on the sticks, and then like, oh yeah, so don't step on this thing right here because that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
And yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah, you
he
notice
did-
it because it's a 4 foot. It's above. It's almost like eye level with you. It's
Okay.
it's like 4 feet off the ground, and this tripwire. You kind of look over to your left, you look over to your right, and there's like a couple of small pulley systems, and it looks like there are several large branches that are pulled back with these huge I'd say 2 or 3 inch long thorns. And these thorns have this green sticky bile on them.
Hey, where'd
So
those
you
kids
notice
go?
that just before you take that final step.
Where'd that annoying kid RC go? I want to teach him how to be stealthy.
teach. Here, go this way, kid, and you push him forward.
I don't see him. All right. Well, you guys, watch out for this thing right here.
and I kind of like
Thanks, Squid. Appreciate it, man.
point my finger at it.
I'm like, what you want to do is you gotta lean back and you gotta. Can you play some spoon music for the limbo?
And then I like try to do the limbo underneath it.
Oh,
you
of
can
course.
You can do it rather easily because it is 4 foot off the ground, and you're probably about 4 foot tall. So
Yeah, I'd have to almost be on my tiptoes to really
Yeah.
clip it. So
So
And you gotta lean back and you gotta just shimmy your knees and you just gotta kind of like put a little maracas in it.
all we need is music now. Da 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 dun, da 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 dun.
Oh, that's exactly what Omi's doing.
So you guys, I mean,
Runs out.
you have 2 options here. Basically, you can disarm it so nobody else triggers it later, or you can just simply go around it if you want.
No, you gotta limbo under it. That's what we're supposed to do. All right, who's next?
All right. Omi will go around it.
That's not how you win the game. You gotta go underneath the thing.
Or under it. That's what I meant. Underneath it, limbo. Playing the spoons the whole time.
Yeah, Zero does the same thing.
Yeah, Splug will go around as well. And it's going to be great since they didn't disarm it. I'm gonna have a couple lumberers come out of the woods screaming in agony.
I wonder
What?
who put that there, Amo.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, why is that there? I mean, what the heck? So as you guys are
after everybody
opening
gets
up-
through, Emu will go over and like try to trip it safely from a distance so that it all flies out.
All right, now let's reset it lower at 3 foot, and then we'll try again.
every round, keep setting it down another 5 foot, another foot or so. All right, so yeah, you guys are still lots of foliage. You see a couple birds kind of as you guys are trekking through there, making all kinds of noise, scaring off some birds and whatnot. Bunny kind of.
I'm not liking this, Omi. I'm not liking this. This is a good point for ambush.
Did the tracks go through underneath this area too?
Yeah, the tracks are kind of leading, kind of going in this direction, as you can see.
Can we stop and
And the tracks
look
are
around
around
the actual trap to see if we see any other tracks?
You see, yeah, there's probably some tracks there that, as part of your perception, you had a great perception roll. So yeah, you could see that there were tracks there. It's been set up recently.
Because I don't think rats know how to do that. I don't
Yeah.
think.
You could definitely tell that trap has been set recently, probably within the last 12 hours or so.
Yeah.
All right. Kang, you draw your sword and shield. Yeah, and Splug is going to do the same thing. I mean, if you're trekking through woods cautiously, I would imagine you would have your weapons out. So,
Omi, draw a spoon and shield.
yeah, but the tracks are heading off towards the west, and you know that there's that that little stream where the circus is getting their water, and then that stream goes into the town of Abboton.
I think we should go around this tree this way.
Sure.
And just kind of looking ahead, especially wherever there's like true branches where there could be other pit, traps set up or anything. I'm trying to be cautious.
Yeah, and Splug and Kane, Splug doesn't hear you. Splug just kind of goes off on his own. He can't hear and he can't speak. So, yeah, as you guys kind of merge onto the water, you notice that this area has kind of been cleared out with all of the underbrush and everything. And it basically opens up into this area, and there's a pile of leaves a few feet in diameter and a thin blanket. And
Don't jump on it.
Right? Next to the leaves, there's a small backpack, and it has a green patch that's kind of emblazoned on it. And the stream is flowing, so you hear that. There's a nice scent of the wind and the fresh water and everything. But there's also a backpack, and face down in this backpack is a little tiny creature, and basically you just see his butt sticking up in the air, and he's rooting around through this backpack. And then you startle this creature, and this is what the creature looks like. Sort of like a little troll-faced wing creature, and there's like a little misty cloud coming off of him as well. And you startle him, and it just looks at you. It does a screech, and then all of a sudden, to your right on the map, the water starts to bubble, and another one appears as well. So, adventurers, roll initiative again. Wow, we are having 2 combats already. All right. So here is the encounter. There's the one that's here, right in front of Splug, and then the water. Like I said, the water explodes, and these little creatures. They look like, they're blue in color. They have fangs and a little bit of smoke coming off of them. So, what do you guys think they are? Someone want to do a check to maybe use I believe it may be a reaction, maybe, to do a check? I don't know. You guys may want to look it up, but these are a little bit more of an exotic creature. So, but you guys do know what they look like. So, as someone's looking up lore or whatever it is, we'll go ahead and go. And in fact, let me do the initiative for Splug really quick. All right. So, Kang, you're up first. And where you're at on the trail, you can actually see this small creature.
Okay. Can I make it up to there?
Sure.
Like under those trees?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's under the trees. Yeah, you can move unhindered.
And I will
What's up?
cast Cry of Destruction.
Whoa, that's a new one. Got to look that one up on the actions tab. Oh, you're using a focus spell. I like it. I like the focus, the class focus stuff. That was a good idea. Sort of like Channel Divinity from D&D 5e, Same premise. So Cry of Destruction is a 15-foot cone. It's a fortitude saving throw. It's from the destruction domain, and your voice booms, smashing what's in front of you. Each creature and unattended object in the area takes 1d8 sonic damage. If you already dealt damage to an enemy this turn with a strike or spell, then it increases the damage to a d12 instead of a d8, and you can heighten this as well later on. So, very nice. So, I believe that you are going to give both of them as to where their location is. No, I don't think you could hit both of them.
I think it's weird. Cones are weird in Pathfinder. I was looking that up real quick. It's like a 90-degree angle almost.
Yeah, you can right-click on the map and do a cone like this. They're not Pathfinder cones. They're I think they may need to be modified, maybe, like the Pathfinder First Edition rule set. So, yeah, they look like they're the 5e cones and circles and stuff. But I know that we'll use these for now. But yeah, I'm not too worried about the technicalities of the jagged squares and cones and stuff. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm sure some people watching will say, "Oh, that's totally not right with Pathfinder Second Edition. You're breaking the rules, Dave." It's not like I haven't heard that before.
You could potentially do it from back a tiny bit from there,
you could
right?
spend an action. Well, you already spent one action to move up. So, but we'll say that I'll give you the benefit on the doubt for this one. So we'll say that you can do that, and you can back up one square, and that's where you ended your movement, and then you can affect both of them in the same cone.
Okay.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. And I'll just take your armor and your weapon off your sheet to make up for that. Oh, I can just see the YouTube comments now. That's just not right, David. That's not right. Okay, so both saving throws. Oh, very nice.
Oh, dang it.
One was a
Critical
failure.
success.
Yeah, one was a crit success. One was a fail. So, yeah, go ahead and give them damage. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so the first one of the elementals is wounded. So very nice. So that's your 3 actions, and we'll go to Splug next. Nice job with that. So yeah, that how many? What do you have? What is that? Your class points are what? 1 plus your charisma or something like that.
Focus points are. I just got 1.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so Splug's gonna attack again, seeing that this thing is right by where he's at. Let's see if I can miss 3 more times. Let's see if I can roll some more ones. All right, so longsword, first attack on this elemental. 13. Not looking good. I'm going to go ahead and do a penalized second attack, which is a miss. And I'm going to do a massively penalized third attack at -10. And that's a miss. I love those 3 attacks at first level. That's awesome. I love that. All right, so that's 3 misses as Splug is just slicing at the air, missing everything. Almost hitting you in the process, Kane. All right, so let's go to the... What's that?
I was like, hey, watch it, man. Watch it.
Let's do this first elemental here. Little elemental. Let's see. Which one is targeted? Let's see here. Okay. All right, so I had to look at something. All right, so this is the one that's on Splug. So it is going to go ahead and retaliate all of the attacks back to Splug. And let's see. In fact, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take and move this elemental back as he starts to float and fly away. And I will give him an attack of opportunity from Splug. And I didn't meta that, just to let you know. So I will go ahead and take the... Doesn't count as multi-action penalties. So that will be a hit. And the Mephit's heavily wounded, but it does flip back. And it is going to do a It breathes, basically. There you go. So both you and I will be affected.